Anyway, Rebellion Esports, they banned out the usual assassins. So it's Fanny and Ling. Very, very consistent at that point. Could be another Faramis ban or maybe an Angela ban since they are on the blue side. And Falcons AP brand, it's up to them if they are to open the Zask for Rebellion Esports. If not, if they ban out the Zask, Roger is definitely open for Rebellion Esports. That's the usual pattern for the banning and picking actually.
But is the
Angela
Zask
ban
a bigger problem or is the Hayabusa a bigger problem?
I disagree. I think they need to get rid of Valentina because this is similar to game number 1 in terms of their overall bans. And I think that Falcons AP brand, the fact that they decided to ban out the Zask means that they don't mind giving that first pick over to Rebellion Esports and then deny them later down the line.
Probably they'll give out the Roger and then Falcons AP brand will be the ones to take. Oh, they're Valentina, but they got their favorite or signature hero for Suelo, which is Valentina. That's a good choice for Rebellion Esports. So for Falcons AP brand, you have two options, either Roger and Edith or Moskov and Edith.
Yep. I mean, we can already see these two teams conversing with each other in the draft. Falcons AP brand being the Night Gentleman, being like, all right, we'll let you guys pick. We'll let you guys have the Valentina or the Roger. We don't mind either.
What are you getting? I'm getting something that you're not getting.
Oh my god.
Oh, Hayabusa and Roger? Hayabusa and Moskov or Hayabusa and Edith? Oh,
Hayabusa and Terizla.
I didn't get anything right, by the way.
No, I think this is totally fine. I think this is totally fine because then it kind of tells Rebellion Esports, hey, you've got really nice ultimates to work with to maybe even counter-engage off of us in that case. But at the very least, we know that FlapTZ will be able to play the game. Because in game number 1, on that Ruby, he didn't find any angles to get the I'm offended in.
Yeah. You know what, for Rebellion Esports, I think it's nice if they get Minotaur or Ruby. Because they will have another layer of crowd control. Imagine you have the penalty zone and you have another ultimate. But yeah, it's going to be the Edith, which is good. And Moskov. So if you're Falcons AP brand, you're left with the Roger. Oh, it's surprising that none of these teams prioritized Roger.
I mean, I think Roger could be a little bit of a bait here. I feel that Falcons AP brand, they could diversify their damage if they wanted to. We'll see whether they want the Roger or the Harith here, both of which do like somewhat okay against the Moskov until Moskov eventually gets that Trinity build. But for the most part of it, they need something that scales. They need a late game insurance.
Yeah, and that's why Rebellion Esports, they kind of leave a Ruby open for now. In case the Roger is being picked up, then maybe they can pick up the Ruby. But that also means that by this phase of the pick, if Falcons AP brand picks up the Roger, then they can also ban out the Ruby and then you won't have the 50-50 matchup. But we will see the Harith. It's been a while.
Yeah, I almost forgot that Harith is basically open all throughout this match. So this is quite nice for Falcons AP brand because you've got two heroes that is meant for the physical damage. Now you equalize it with heavy, high damage per second, the magic damage with the Harith. Although it's gonna be a bit of a problem later on if this doesn't win the early phase or the laning phase against a Moskov.
I think that Falcons AP brand are playing a very honest drafting phase here. Before this, it was like double flex pick, triple flex pick if necessary. But now, Falcons AP brand are very upfront about it. It's like Harith, he's going into the gold lane. Hayabusa, he's going into the jungle. There's no trickery here.
Yeah, but I guess they want to try to look at how to chase down the Harith as well, right? So if Rebellion Esports would be interested, they might consider the Fanny, or Fanny is being fanned out. Oh, man, Ling is out as well, so it's kind of hard to chase the backline.
I mean, the most they can go for is Nolan, but even then, it's pretty inconsistent.
Yeah, it has been like Hayabusa and Julian. If the other one takes Hayabusa, it's definitely the Julian other way around. So yeah, for Rebellion Esports, they banning out experience. Barretts could be an option for them.
Oh.
Although you have the Terizla, okay, so they are limiting the opportunity or the options of having a fighter as the tank of Falcons AP brand. But for Falcons AP brand, they still, I was about to say Minotaur, but they are the ones who banned out Minotaur.
It just goes to show that Falcons AP brand, they don't want anything that really like denies them space, right? Because when the Minoan Fury is going out, then you don't want to like walk into it, you just have to wait it out. And I think that Rebellion Esports makes a smart decision getting rid of the Arlet, but especially that Faramis.
Ooh, okay, cool.
That's why.
That is why even it's actually nice that they got the Kufra considering that Faramis has been banned for Rebellion Esports. So for Rebellion Esports, since they're lacking their jungler yet, the question now is it gonna be a Julian or a Nolan? But it's hard for both if you're up against a Kufra.
I think it's going to be really difficult, right? Because now
Yeah.
Rebellion Esports are thinking whether they should play a more pick-off style or they can completely divert their composition to play more peel. And I think both situations not exactly ideal because of Falcon AP Brent's setup. They've got the engage, they've got dedicated late game damage, and they also have high burst at the same time.
Oh,
So-
it's gonna be a Julian and Barats.
There we go, there we go. The burst and another tank to make sure that they can actually punish and follow up upon picks.
Yeah, and I can understand for Rebellion Esports as well. If they don't pick the bars, they'll be they might lose a bit of tankiness there, so they need to have that one. Yes, the Edith can tank, but you also want to have some flexibility with the Edith as well. So having the Barats with the Dakota's Welcome can also open up fights.
Oh, okay.
Great stuff, great stuff.
This is a nice hero by Falcon Saber Bren. They have like an added layer of defense and offense with Eternal Guard. Definitely, they are leaning towards that mixture of a balanced mixture of early game and late game. Now for Rebellion Esports, same. It's a pretty much balanced lineup for both teams.
I think the biggest difference between the comps is that Falcon's AP Brand have more disengage mechanics compared
right.
to Rebellion. Because if Rebellion go in, it's difficult for them to pull out. And Falcons are just going to be like, Eternal Guard, and we walk away.
Yeah, that's true. So for Falcon Saber Bren, they have to capitalize on that. They can go for those extraordinary dives just to secure a kill against Rebellion Esports.
Well, here we go, because the record so far is whoever gets the Hayabusa gets the win. And Falcons AP Brand, they did get it for themselves, but let's see if we'll see another MVP performance. Gideon, you take a break, let us know your thoughts later, because right now we will take it on to the game that will decide who will win this match.
Okay, we saw Kyle TC flexing on that Bren Lang Malakas sticker or emoji for the game. So yeah, in terms of the jungling pattern, I'm excited to see on how and where can Ogwen and even Cars delay, or Ogwen and ODTZ can delay the rotation here of the jungles. So game number 1 and game number 2 has been a story of disrupting the jungling pattern. So it's something that these junglers have been heavily relying to, and looking at the player emblems, nothing much. It's just that in terms of the mages, definitely for Falcon Saber Brand, it's more on the burst damage. Now for Suelo, it's more on those heavy pokes.
Yeah, and Kaltizi right now, he is approaching level 4, so very quick farming by him. And if we take into consideration the previous round where he was the MVP, he actually got the most gold per minute. So farming is definitely his specialty, especially now that he's handed the Hayabusa.
Yep, definitely gonna be a fast one, and expect that there's gonna be a team fight at the bottom lane, because this is where the turtle will spawn. So as long as there is someone from the side of Rebel Esports, maybe Falcons AP Bren, to guard that lane, there's a high chance that they can defend those XP laners. So things are a bit slow for both teams. Very calculated aggression. Very far from game number 1 and game number 2.
Well, let's see, because this might be the fight that may set the tone for the round. But in the middle, ODTZ, okay, he is tanky enough as an Edith though, so at this stage, everyone's like, a lot of them is like level 3, maybe level 4, so they're not able to get that kill against ODTZ. ODTZ not phased, he's still A-OK, he can still join the fight at the turtle.
Yeah, but for Falcons AP Bren, they are the first ones to position on this turtle tank.
But second time around, ODTZ still got away to safety, but this time,
Oh, wow.
Okay, here's the Spear of Destruction. Flapdz comes in to commit. Flapdz will be given the first blood, and ODTZ will be the one to take it home. Cars kind of low at this moment, but Rio down as well. So without Rio, without the retribution, of course, Falcons AP brand will take it.
That was a very risky play by Falcons every brand, but the good thing is that they're able to secure this turtle one out, and we could see that flicker penalty zone from Flap Easy. But at the same time, we also have to commend the potential of Swaylo's IMU Eternal Guard, because it was the one that wreaked havoc against Falcons AP brand. So it's 1-1 kill during that moment, but still Falcons AP brand on the upper hand because of the turtle secure. So far, things are looking good in terms of the laning on this marksman. Okay, folks, at the middle lane.
Oh, Gwen right now takes a good amount of damage on Count Easy, comes in. But that's not the target that they want. RDTZ is not that high. RDTZ is more like, okay, absorb the damage, absorb the skills, and see if they can counter. But the counter didn't happen.
Yeah, probably because of fuse damage is not sufficient yet. So he's still waiting. Probably the first item here is the Enchanted Talisman for the pokes against Rebel Esports. But, yup, 3 minutes into our game, because of the difference of range between Supermark and Matt, we can see that there's a level difference on them. So expect later on the bottom lane.
Oh, Cars became the opener, and that's where Flap TZ paid for it.
They used the emoji of Flap TZ to himself, though. No, that Flap TZ has been doing. But yeah, Rebound Esports, it's a nice thing that they're rotating and focusing on a cross-map play against Flap TZ, because this is where the difference could be. If Flap TZ isn't around, it would be hard for Ogwen to rotate on other lanes and give vision for Quill TZ and Fuel. So for Rebellion Esports, all they need to do is to go for a cross-map play. Probably later on focus on Supermarket's lane, just to limit the potential, you know. But
Whoa. Okay, we get okay. Spray a bit of damage to Suelo, but I kind of doubt there's enough damage anyway to get the kill.
so probably here for Cal TZ, the goal was lessen the life of Rio prior to Turtle, so it won't be efficient for them to go for a contest.
Oh, but Cars takes that damage, and with the Dakota's welcome, they come in to counter back on the members of Falcons AP brand. Will the Spear of Destruction teleport him? Looks like the answer is no, and because of that, Flap TZ will go down. No further execution here by Falcons AP brand. Rebellion Esports, however, it's not done. You know, nice flicker away by Suelo. That was great mechanics shown. But they're still not over yet. The turtle is still up for grabs so far. Matt is here.
Bouncy ball.
Will try to get it. Bouncing ball. Suelo kind of low. He cannot continue to tank anymore. And Rio will secure that turtle. No steal from Falcons AP brand.
Right on point for Rio, but we really have to commend, man. Suelo is playing really good. Again, they won the team fight earlier because of that nice placement for the Eternal Guard. And if you're Falcons AP brand, specifically Ogwen, you have to find Suelo. If not, it's going to be a bit of a headache for them. So because of that, there's a difference, yes, in terms of the gold. Surprisingly, Few is up on lead versus Suelo. So the difference is more on when is the Eternal Guard used. So for Rebellion Esports, it's always Suelo on point, while for Few, it's more on the defensive side. So we might see changes later on depending on the setup play, but take note that Rio already has that Holy Crystal.
How? Almost an engagement there. But anyway, it won't be a big move here onto Cars because he is tanking up underneath the turret. You don't want to take that risk for now for Falcons AP brand.
Cars doesn't have the fuel yet. He's a car and he needs fuel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an electric car.
Yeah.
Environment friendly
he's
now.
still charging.
He's still charging.
Yeah. Charging for the next fight.
Oh.
Probably here for Rebellion Eastern. Okay. We see Sky Piercer now for Kyle TZ and the Radiant Armor for Ogwen. So this might be a combination of maybe a Tyrant's Rage, Bouncing Ball, then those Shuriken Blades from Kyle TZ. So things
Shadow.
getting nasty here.
Okay, yes, looks like things are going to get nasty right now with the Dakotas. Welcome, the Spear of Destruction have arrived. And Matt's going to be here joining up with his teammates. And Matt from the back not letting the space for Falcons AP brand to run away as they secure that one kill onto Ogwen. Looking for more, but then again the Guardian is there. But look who has arrived from the side. It's going to be Count Easy. But Matt still survived thanks to Suelo.
Yeah, Suelo again. Limiting the movement of Kyle TZ at the time. That was a nice shadow strike placement. But wait, they're taking the turtle now. Who's gonna take it? It's gonna be Kyle TZ.
That is the turtle there by Kyle TZ. He will make sure that turtle will not go on to the hands of Rebellion Esports.
Oh,
but Matt
no!
punishes Kyle TZ back.
They were ready here. against Kalatizi, but Flaptizi isn't done yet. So that's going to be a kill against Flaptizi. At the bottom lane, there's going to be a threat here for Falcons. AP Bren, Rebellion Esports, more pokes.
Execution here onto cars, and looks like the car will need to take some time to refuel.
Okay, refill on that electric car for Rebellion Esports. 5-3 is our score, Sir Cloud, and none of the teams are ready to, surrender the team fights. It's as if all along we thought that the team fight has already ended, but for Falcons AP Brand, if they can leap to that perimeter of team fight, then they will go for it. But look at the gold leaderboard. So it's Kalatizi and Super Marco up top, which means Super Marco has 2 core items, but also same goes for Matt. So he has the Corrosion Sight and even a Golden Staff. So it's more the positioning now of the Eternal Guard that's going to be crucial here for both Rebellion Esports and Falcons AP Brand. So a little bit low scoring game, but things are looking good for Rebellion Esports as they take down a turret at the bottom lane.
Yeah, good in terms of kills and also by taking down the bottom turret. But then again, for Falcons AP Brand, they still have the goal advantage, 2k.
Yeah.
But okay, let's see what happens here with this Lord fight, right? It looks like this Lord fight might also set the tone.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. But speaking of setting the tone up, I think Flapdies is going to be the go-to guy of Falcons AP Brand from the setup. Because of the Queen Swings, I kind of feel like for Open, a function would be the protector of Few and Super Marco. So we'll see if that's going to be the play for them, but definitely they're waiting for a possible kill against Rebellion Esports as the Lord is now up for grabs. So they're just waiting for that perfect timing, and Falcons AP Brand still on the lead, but Suelo now has the Winter Crown. Somebody has to check from Falcons AP Brand what the items are for the players of Rebellion Esports. It could be a bait for them. Okay, they are targeting me. Why not me build a Winter Crown?
And if Rebellion Esports, they are not aware of that, then, well, they could be baited there by Falcons AP Brand. So we've got to keep that in check as well. When we look at the level leaderboard here, Kalatizi is level 14. He's at least 2 levels above Rio and Matt.
Yeah, it's as if you are in an arcade game and you're almost close to the final boss. Something like that.
And you're out of credits?
Out of credits. You are to buy another token for it. And you're almost close to saving that princess. And that princess for Falcons AP Brand is going to be this Lord. That is the key into winning this game. Again, stakes are high for Rebellion Esports. Although, it's more of them ending their tournament life with a higher note, right?
Yeah. But interesting enough, you did point out that the princess has been asking for help for the longest time, but these two teams are not going in for it. But now, speaking about going for it, Cars might be fall. Cars very, very opposition, all the way behind the members of Falcon AP Brand. No way for the members of Rebellion Esports to save him, but Rebellion Esports, they still want the challenge for the Lord. The Lord is down to 30% of health. Rio is waiting at the side, waiting at the bush, but looks like he is not going to pursue further. He knows that it's too risky for him.
Conceal play, but that's just going to be a face check here for Falcons AP Brand. We have the Immortality already for ODTZ, and again, this is the Lord. Already half on live.
ODTZ, he needs his backup right now. Spear of Destruction has arrived, the Lord is pretty low, and Rio will steal away the Lord! And that is a steal. That is very, very important for them. But Suelo might go down in the process. One flicker away. All going for the chase. And he will still get it. No, he did not. He did not get Suelo. Suelo got away the safety. And Kalatizi is there to make sure that he at least gets something out of this. But for Suelo, he is still alive.
Okay, again for Okay. So these players need a breather, you know? It was a Lord team fight. It was a long Lord team fight, but yeah, it was Rebellion Esports securing that one, and that is because, again, of the IMU Eternal Guard of Suelo. So all the kits that they needed was there. They were able to zone out Kalatizi. He was forced to back away, even without him trying to take the retribution. on that Lord. So Rebellion Esports has to capitalize this Lord, and Falcons AP Brand, they have the kit to defend this one out. They have the damage, yes, but they really have to find Suelo. Suelo is just shredding all the intel that Falcon AP Brand has against them.
Man, but look at this concealed gameplay by the side. ODTZ as well as Rio shows themselves towards Flaptz and Ogwen. And keep your eye on the top lane as well, because Kaltz is trying to do something funny there, but Matt is still at the top lane. But in the middle lane, okay, Spear of Destruction will not connect to anyone, so Matt will need to walk his way through. He wants to support his teammates, but no necessary movement needed.
Yeah, it's a nice thing for Falcons AP Brand that they're still able to defend this turret at the middle lane. So Ogun doesn't have the flicker, by the way. So it's kind of predictable where his Tyrant's Rage is going to be. So it's 6-7 for this game. 30 minutes into our game time, and ODTZ is just giving information for Rebellion Esports that, okay, this is where Falcons AP Brand is walking, and this is the path that they will take. You have to be safe, but we're cars. He has the flicker. We might see that flicker Detona's welcome against maybe Kyle TZ or maybe Super Marco and even Few. So that's a threat for them. But the winter crowns are really working nicely here for both of our teams, both for Suelo and even Flaptz. It's just a matter of when and where we will use it. Concealed play!
ODTZ got caught! Oh no! He was in the bush. He was praying that Falcons AP Band will not pass through that bush. But the moment they did, he stood no chance. There was no way he was going to get out of it.
You know what, Sir Cloud? I kind of feel like Rebellion Esports are into cars. We have an electric car and we have an Audi TC.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, but
you're getting the dad jokes now, huh?
Yeah, the dad jokes now, huh? But 6-8 for our score, and ODTZ and the rest of the Rebellion Esports squad has to be mindful on how deep they are in the map, because definitely Falcon Esports are ready to take a kill against them.
All the way to the back. Ogwen was prepared for it, and now Cars will need to back out. He's kind of low. He cannot continue on, but Cars will still want to be there because he wants to do as much as possible. His health is back up to about 40%, so he can still contribute to this team fight.
Okay, Falcons AP Brand saw that Detona's welcome supposedly from Cars, so that is why they're forced to back away. Ogwen!
Here we go. Looks like Ogwen will take that damage, but then again, he's meant to do so, so that's A-okay.
Super
At least he
Marco!
push check. And Suelo, now he's kind of low. He will be forced to return back to reset.
That is a long battle of attrition here for both of our teams. Definitely one of the longest Lord fights that we had for this series. I can't imagine that this is just the first match of the day, because no one is ready to surrender.
Hoda down on the ODTZ, but ODTZ, he does have the immortality, so it's A-okay, but all the way onto the backline, looks like the fight will continue on. Rio will be the first one to fall down to the hands of KTZ. Kill for him, and now without Rio there, cannot challenge for the Lord. The best they could do is just to try to push away the members of Falcons AP Brand, and looks like they will be able to do so.
Even though Rio is out of the picture, Falcons AP Brand opted for the safer route again, because the minion wave of Rebellion Esports is also flowing. It's kind of difficult since you have two tanky players from Rebellion Esports who is alive, and majority of them is half on life. So this is going to be a long one. Probably Rio is going to be available.
Gwen did not connect. Now with the bouncing ball, he tries to get away. He's taking a lot of damage, but that is what he's meant to do. And as many damage is taken, at least there's a trade-off that happens here. Two for the side of Rebellion Esports will fall down thanks to the counter-attack by Falcons AP Brand.
And that's a straight penalty zone for his death for Suelo. There's no Julian at that time.
Spear?
But yeah, it was a nice Lord take here by Falcons AP Brand. So they need to capitalize on this one. 6-11 is our score, almost 17 minutes into our game. Cars is forced to build that Athena shield. So he has a mixture of Immortality and Athena shield. And for Ogwen, you have the Radiant Armor, Dominance Ice, and the Immortality. So right now, Falcons AP Brand, things are looking good. Again, Flaptz is doing a great job of setting up plays for the team. At the same time, the bouncing ball for Ogwen is effective in the middle of the team fight. So they need to capitalize this, Lord. Might be hard for Rebellion Esports to defend, but they can.
Yeah, I think the gap is Yeah, it's a 6K gap in terms of goal. But when it comes to execution, we can see that both teams are pretty
Yeah.
on point with their execution. Falcons AP brand with Ogwen baiting out the skills for Rebellion Esports and
Oh,
hang that thought for a second because the Z-Force is open down there. Nowhere he's going to get away from this. And just as when I was talking about their execution, well, without Rio, it's going to be kind of hard for them to get more kills.
that is very, very crucial here for Rebel Esports. It's one of those heroes that is meant to burst Falcons AP brand. So for Falcons AP brand, they have those flickers. They could jump anytime for the set play.
Oh, they jump. It was stopped. Now the inhibitor turret will be taken down though. So they do not have that as an extra protection. The Lord is still A-OK, but not for long, as this is the Lord that Rebellion Esports will be able to defend against.
Yeah, another Lord defended by Rebellion Esports. Same story as game number 2. We could see Matt now with the Wind of Nature. And this is going to be a long one. Sir Cloud, it's 18 minutes, so we're up for it. Why not? This is just the first match for stream. Awesome, by the way. So 12-6. 12-6 and Swilo has the Divine Glaive. So he has the magic penetration now. He just needs to land that Eternal Guard, maybe against Few. Few, by the way, has no depths for this game. So the synergy here of Ogwen and Few is doing a great job for Falcons AP brand, hence the 8K goal lead. Now looking at the items, this is where we're almost close to game equilibrium, right? So it's more on who has better kit on extended team fights.
Okay. He found Rio though, but not all in onto Rio. On the TZ, he does have the immortality still active, so they will not overcommit onto him. And though the Zaman Force is open, TZ comes in from the back onto Cars, also not the target that they want.
Yep, and that's a nice thing actually for Falcons AP brand, because the course doesn't have that flicker and their minion wave of the bottom lane is literally flowing. Now Flap TZ has this blade armor, so he is the one to force or to be up front against Matt. So Falcons AP brand, actually they could even go for a split push since the majority of the inhibitor turrets has been destroyed. So Cars has the information right now, Sir Cloud, that Falcons AP brand is to reset the Lord. Again, Rebellion Esports, they can contest this one, but they need Cars to single out. Could be Kyle TZ, all that Daytona's welcome anyone for Falcons AP brand.
And you mentioned about the Daytona Soaker is used by Cars and immediately flickers back onto Ogwen, but Ogwen is again not the target that they want. So the Daytona's welcome, a little bit wasted there.
Yep.
In fact, they took damage while they used that Daytona's welcome, so the execution is a bit,
Oh yeah, it's a bit declining here for Rebellion Esports, and we have Open jumping and jumping all over. It's as if he's a basketball player. No, he's the ball in basketball. But Lord taken here by Falcons AP brand. Another threat for Rebellion Esports. And Rebellion Esports, it's kind of hard now to clear this minion wave. Main damager is going to be Rio and Matt. But again, it all boils down to that setup play from Cars and even Audi TC. But these heroes we've mentioned are more on the single target type of setup play, right? As compared to Ogwen's hero, as compared to Flap's hero. So Swalo, Cars, and Audi TC has to be on point on those layering of skills.
and we are also passing the 50K mark for both teams. So
Ooh,
itemization-wise will not, as a goal lead-wise, will not mean much anymore.
Yeah. It depends now if you have the Winter Crown, which Cars, by the way, just bought. If you have the Immortality. We only have a single player from a Falcons AP brand that has the Immortality though, and that is Open!
Oh, check this out. And RDTC is going to take a lot of damage there. While the other members of Falcon AP are focused on to taking down the inhibitor turret. And now the counter comes in from Rebellion Esports. He's trying to defend their ground. But Flap Dizzy goes all the way behind. Keep your eye on the lower side of the map as they will finish off this round. But hang that thought for a second. Nope. No more hanging on as Falcons AP brand will take out Rebellion Esports.
What a reverse sweep by Falcons AP brand. What a clean team fight